and the authorities are usually the very first ones to break them. So you have, you're setting a good example, as you say. But as the minister, you should. But how do you get other ministers to do the same? Are they also keeping to the rules?
Yes, I mean, as I've said, the president has said that no one is above the law, that as we always do. But this time we are actually implementing it. And as I said, there have been top government functionaries who have fallen foul of the law, and there has not been any compromise. If your car is caught in a no parking area, definitely you have to pay the fine, whether you're a government minister or not. Even if you are the president's brother, it doesn't matter. People have to obey the law. And I think people are keeping to it. Everybody is well aware we're doing sensitization, we're educating the people, and people are appreciating it. And I think at first there was some disgruntlement, but now as the dust is settling, people seem to be appreciating it, and they are complying.
Okay, that's it's really good to hear that. It's really, really good. It's also good to hear that in terms of the street traders, that you're finding alternative places for them,
sure.
as long as it's not the animals. Because
as long as what?
As long as it's not the animals.
Yeah, you are student there, former. I know.
Yes, I am. But it's important that they do have places that they can go, because they're making a living, and it's good that you're providing suitable places for them. So that's
sure. Yeah, these are our people, as I said. Perhaps we got the most unflinching support from these women who sell the wares, and some of us have been very helpful to them. But at the same time, we have to tell them that government is government. And now, as I said, they are appreciating it. They come to our offices to tell us. So I think it is something that at the end of the day, all of us will be appreciative of.
Oh yes, I think it's very good that because they're your supporters, you can engage with them. You should be able to find it easy to explain your vision to them, because they supported you to be in government, so they have a responsibility to help you succeed, and you have a responsibility to help them succeed in their trade as well. So it's good that you're having that arrangement with them. Thank you very much. It's been very delightful talking to you. So, do you have any last words you'd like to say before we say goodbye?
Yeah, I can say goodbye, and it's been a pleasure speaking to you, and I thank you for granting me the opportunity, and I just want to assure Sierra Leoneans, both in the diaspora and in the Sierra Leone, that this government is very much committed to leaving a legacy that everybody will be proud of. The president is committed to what he has promised to do for the people of this country.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I look forward to visiting Freetown sometimes in the near future.
Gracias, tu clava es mi Paquita, Fidelio, que volvas pronto. Paquita, para bien, que tu madre te guardao. Estoy tu espera, quiero que creces pronto. Paquita, gracias, tu clava es mi Paquita, Fidelio, que volvas pronto. Paquita, gracias, tu clava es mi Paquita, Fidelio, que volvas.
Good day, listeners, wherever you are. As usual, every weekend or every week we try to get a Sierra Leone personality, either at home or abroad, in different spheres of life for our interview segment. One of the personalities who will be interviewing this week is somebody who's done something very, very tremendous, emotional, and at the very heart of the people. And that is establishing the Disabled International Foundation, which was launched on the 9th of March 2013. I'm here talking about Miss Imambe Kadi Kamara, who's residing in London. Welcome to the interview, Miss Kamara.
Yeah, good evening.
All right. Firstly, I would like to ask, according to newspaper reports or online reports, we learned that this foundation, the Disabled International Foundation, of which you are executive director, was launched on the 9th of March 2013, like I said in my intro, at the Path Hall in southeast London. According to one newspaper report, it is described as a prestigious Penarth Hall in the southeast of London. Why the launch in this particular hall and not in the heart of the people, that is in Freetown?
Yeah, I've launched it before in Sierra Leone, but it's at the north of Sierra Leone, which is in Makeni, and I'm planning to launch it in December in Sierra Leone. But because I'm here, because most people don't know what I'm doing in Sierra Leone, that's why we decided to launch it here for most of the diaspora to know that this organization exists. Because on that day, we got different people that came from all walks of life in within Europe as well.
Okay. As part of your aims and objective as a group, you stated that it is to empower people with disabilities by providing them with necessary resources in their local communities based on the concept of inclusiveness. Inclusiveness. This has been a thorny issue. So many a time people have argued whether disability is non-ability, etc., or whether disabled people should be included in, say, for instance, in the mainstream government activities or other social activities that have to do with the promotion of the country or the promoting of economy. How do you aim to get these people really included in mainstream activities that have to do with government, the socio-economic activities, trade, etc., etc.?
Yeah, that's our main focus, to include disabled in all aspects of activities in our country. And fortunately for us, through Disabled International Foundation campaign, 2011, the Disability Act has been passed, and recently, 2012, the commission has been set up as well. But the main problem is the implementation. That's what our organization is campaigning hard for, because, to be honest, most of these disabled people are talented, but they are neglected in our country. So that is my main fight, to fight for their rights, because they are very important in the community as well.
Okay. Yeah. I totally agree with that. It's very important, and then we believe people should come together and help them. This takes us to how your program is being run. It is one thing to launch a program; it's another to get the right funding. I can see on your website a particular section asking for donation. What are your main source of funding?
At the moment, I'm not getting any funding at all. I've been trying, but so far so good. There's no funding at all. We are doing it privately at the moment. I'm not getting funding from anywhere at all. Not from the government. It's just from families and friends at the moment. So that's a very difficult area for the organization to achieve the goals without funding. And I believe that without funding, we can't go further. But this is a challenge I took up on, and it's a passion I have that to help these people, especially the ones on the street, to take them out of the street and empower them.
Okay. Ms. Kamara, normally this is something I don't do, but because this is so passionate to our project, that is Voices from the Diaspora, I will take a minute and launch this appeal. Dear listeners, wherever you are, feel free, be generous enough to log in to www.dif-sil.org. Repeat, www.dif-sil.org. Once you enter the website, there are so many things you can read, but primarily, or most importantly, there is a corner that asks you for your donation. Donate generously so that this project can go ahead. I assure you, all of us will be able to monitor as this project is being implemented. Back to our interview. And don't forget, listeners, you are listening to Voices from the Diaspora Radio Network. I am Saidu Kesise in London, interviewing Ms. Imambe Kadi Kamara, of the Director of Disabled International Foundation, Sierra Leone. Final question, Ms. Kamara.
Yes.
You mentioned something like there was a point when you launched this particular program in Makeni. Do you aim to cover the entire country? If so, have you thought of plans to establish offices in the sub-regions like headquarter towns of Bo, Kenema, Makeni, Kono, as well as Freetown?
Yes, I'm planning for that nationwide and worldwide as well, as disability is part of me, because always people are asking me, why are you doing this without no help, no government help, with no support from anywhere? I always tell people that I'm doing this because I know what is disability, because my mother was a disabled woman and she gave birth to 8 of us, and we are discriminated against because our mother was a disabled woman. So that's the passion I've got, to help disabled people, not only in Sierra Leone, but Sierra Leone and beyond, by the grace of God. And thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. I know this is going to be positive for me, because no one has done this for me. The appeal you put up for me. Thank you, and God bless you. And I hope to meet you guys as well in person, please.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all we can do, Thank you very much, Ms. Kamara, for taking your time off to honor this interview. We must say thank you to you as well, because you provided us with news content tonight. Dear listeners, like I said earlier on, I'm Saidu Kesise in London, and I will hand you over to our technical director, who is resident in Texas, USA. Thank you for yet another interview, and I hope you don't touch that mouse, because from this program you'll be launched into our panel discussion for this week, which is 3 elections after the war. Is Sierra Leone really polarized? That will be presented by Mr. Leslie Kroma, with panelists including Mr. Abdullah Berete from the government of Sierra Leone, Office of Government Spokesman, Mr. Sheku Sherif, a renowned blogger, and Ms. Aisata Mahoy, a PhD student resident in Italy. Thank you all very much, and goodbye.